All right, hello. I wanted to take a minute to talk about the course textbook and how you can read the material for free online via the Miami University libraries. And so if you're not affiliated with Miami and are watching this, you can only read for free if you are affiliated with Miami. So my apologies, but this is intended for students in my class. All right, so my first disclaimer. This isn't quite going to display correctly because my screen is mirrored, but the textbook we're using is Transport Processes and Separation Process Principles, 5th edition. So the book was recently published in 2018. The previous edition, the 4th edition, only had Geankoplis as the author, was published, I believe, in 2004. Now, the reason for not using that book is I swear when I adopted it, we could read this version of the text for free online. I wanted to update because Geankoplis unfortunately passed away in 2005, right? And so the 5th edition was a matter of two new authors coming in and trying to revamp the textbook, which has been, a classic in the chemical engineering field, and update it for, the next generation, if you will. Unfortunately, the 5th edition is no longer available to read for free, but the 4th edition is. Okay, and that is okay. It should serve all of your needs. And just to kind of prove that point, if I go to the preface of the 5th edition, all right, the first sentence is, in this updated 5th edition of Transport Processes and Separation Process Principles, the main objective was to reorganize the text into a new format that resembles contemporary transport phenomena and separations text. Okay. So the main changes is just from an organizational standpoint. Okay. So reading the 4th edition, whether you have a printed copy or you read it online for free, all right, should be perfectly fine. I will try and periodically compare the 5th and 4th edition and make sure I'm linking to the relevant material in the 4th edition for readings. And when it comes to problem sets, if something's not in the 4th edition, I will make sure I scan it up or type it up so that you have the material available to you. Right. So no worries, everything will be okay. All right. So now, what I'm going to do is how we're going to read it is we're going to go to the library's website. Okay. And so I'm going to go to lib.miamioh.edu. Okay. You could also go to your My Miami homepage and search for the libraries, or look via the library's home or the MiamiOH homepage. And I'm just going to search for, okay, I'm going to type in Geankoplis, okay, although any of the authors would work, and transport, right, for transport phenomena. Okay. So the text that we're using actually comes up first. And then we see the 4th edition, which you can connect to for free. Right, it actually shows 2020 is the publication date for the 5th edition. So I can just click directly on Safari Books. Okay. The other way, if you were to search for one of the other authors or via the ISBN, is I'm going to click on our version. Okay. And what you'll find is you have, this other formats and edition option here. And then you can see the previous edition, again, with Connect to Safari Books Online. Okay. So I'm going to click on that link. Okay. Now I am on campus. I have a Miami IP address, so I'm brought directly to the text. If you are off campus, it may be that you need to sign in with your Miami credentials to be able to access the text. But there it is. Okay. So there's the 4th edition. I can just click continue to read, right? So it's because I've had it open before. And if you search up top, you can quickly navigate from subsection to subsection, or even more quickly on the right here, I can bring up the table of contents and I can readily search. Right? So here's part 1, right? Transport processes, momentum, heat, and mass, with hyperlinks to the different sections. Okay, within the different sections within part 1, I can click on a drop down and see the available subsections, which I could quickly navigate to. Okay. Or if I want to skip to part 2, right, click on part 2, hyperlinked. Or if I want to click on the appropriate section here or chapter, I guess you would call it. Right, chapter 8 on evaporation. There's the sections or subsections. But if I click on the drop down here, you could also see all of those as well. Okay. So again, according to the table of contents from the 5th edition, the major change in going from the 4th to 5th edition is 2 more authors were brought in. Geankoplis unfortunately passed away in 2015. The motivation was to just kind of reorganize the text as a first effort to update it for contemporary use. Okay, if there's any problems, by all means let me know. And if you notice any differences between the 4th and 5th edition, let me know, bring it to my attention so I can let everybody else know. And if, say I sign a problem from the 5th edition and it's not in the 4th edition, well, if it's not there, I'll make sure I scan up the problem set or type up the problem so that you have that information available to you. Right? So bottom line is, my hope or the intention is the version available from the library will work for you. So if there's any issues, by all means, let me know.